Okay guys, this is video number 8 for financial planning to buy a car, right? So in the previous video, we have finished the income part of the mathematical model. In this video, we are going to do the cost of the car and the details of the car loan, all right? So you might need to go back to the worksheets about the car loan and the details of the car in the previous worksheet. That's the worksheet page 5 and page 6. I hope you have kept that worksheet with you. All right. Okay, so let's just go really quickly to see what we've done in the previous videos. So we've done introduction, observation assumptions, and also we've done the mathematical model, the first part, calculating income. So, and the final account balance is 183. So sorry, that's wrong. Okay, that should be $18,392 in my scenario. So that number should be different for each one of you, right? It depends on your planning. Okay, now we are going to buy a car, right? So the cost of the car. Okay, first of all, you need to show the picture of your select vehicle which you want to buy. Okay, so where could we find such a car, right? So I suppose you have find the car, okay, in the previous research. So that's the car I found. I found it in the website, carsales.com.au, new car sedan, right? So this is the cheapest car I could find. So, and all right, so that's the picture. So I might just use your mouse to right click and you just copy the image and you just go back to that booklet. All right, so picture of the select vehicle. Okay, just show it. You don't need that big. All right. And the cost of the vehicle, right? So what's the cost of vehicle? So when you go back to the website, okay, so see there's a price. Okay, so you want to have a specific price. So you just try to click deals available. Okay, then you see there's a lower price there. So the price is just 23,490, right? So that's actually the price, okay, we got last time. All right, so you might just copy this price, okay, and you just go back here and just post it. Okay, of course, you want to type it rather than just use the picture, right? You might just type it. All right, so now, and you need to have a reference site for the vehicle. So that means you could show that you really got the car, right? So let's go back to the website for the car. Okay, so see this website. So we just highlight the website, just copy the site. Okay, so you just paste the website under the reference site for the vehicle. Okay, so it's very easy, right? Okay, so the second part is a bit difficult. It's about projected cost of the car after inflation, and there are a few things you need to do. First of all, you need to find the average quarterly inflation over the past 2 years. Okay, so in our case, we are looking for average annual, so it's not quarterly, so you need to change that over the past 5 years. All right, so you need to show your work. So okay, so we just cancel it. Okay, so let's just go back to our previous work. Okay, so see, remember here, so these are the things we've done, right? So I'm not going to type everything. All right, so all you need to do is to retype those information onto your final reports. So I just copy it. Okay, and all right, I need to go go back here. All right, so that's the inflation rate which we have calculated. All right. Okay, right. So a little bit bigger. Right. So, but you need to have sources for those the inflation rate. Okay. So to do that, you might just go back to the task sheet that we give you. All right. So in the task sheet, there's a page called loans. Okay. So under that, there's recent inflation rate for Australia. Okay. You might just copy that link. Okay. Copy that link. All right. Then we go back here. So here's this. So that means there's a source for such an inflation rate for the past 5 years. Okay, then you need to calculate the projected cost on the 18th or 19th birthday due to inflation. All right. So still remember how can we calculate this? All right. So that's the price. That's the formula. Okay. So you might just use this one. Okay. So remember all those words you need to retype them properly into your final reports. Okay. I'm just demonstrating how can you put all the things together. So that's why I'm not going to word process everything. Okay, so we might just put this thing here. Sorry. Okay. So yeah, so that would be our projected price, which is 24,500 and okay, 63. All right, so anything else? That's it. So we got the price for the car. Then next, we're going to move to the details car loan, right? All right, so calculate the deposit. That would be 30% of the inflated value. So we actually have done that in the previous worksheets. So all you need to do is copy that into your final report. All right, and all right, calculate the amount you need to borrow. Okay, so actually okay, sorry, wrong button. Okay, so actually we've done that before. Okay, so that's all right. Okay, sorry, should be this value. That's the amount you need to borrow. Okay. Yep, you've got it. Okay, all right, it looks good. Okay, loan details. Okay, so that means the amount you need to borrow. So that would be the amount in the above numbers. So we just need to be correct to dollars. Okay, so the interest rate. Okay, so sorry, one button again. Right, the interest rate. So remember the interest rate. How could we find the interest rate? It's over. It's in here. Okay, so interest rate is 5.5%. Okay, that's the interest rate. Okay, and we just go back here. Right. So that's the interest rate. Okay. Right, and of course, I might just type it. It's not too much to do it. So that will be the interest rate. Is that okay? Payments monthly. Okay, so we're doing monthly in our previous model. Right, so let's go back to the. Okay. Okay, so these are the calculation we need to do, right? These are all the things we need to do. Okay. That's all the calculation you need to make. Right, okay, like this. Okay, loan select with full justification. That's a reference made to the interest rate, fees, minimum loan amount. Okay, so screenshot of the loan calculator, including here. Okay, so it's not, so for my class, I think if you don't have time, you don't need to worry about this part, all right? Okay, you might just, if you want, you might just present some of the evidence why you think that loan is appropriate. Of course, the interest rate is not the highest. And if you want to have more information, you can go back to see that task sheet. We have actually some loan options, all right? So you might just use one of them, okay, to justify why you use that rate. The rate I'm using is the first one, okay? So because everyone's actually quite similar, right? And for this one, you can have 5.45%, okay? Then the long term can be 1 to 7 years. So that means it's quite flexible, more flexible than the other one, which is 3 to 5 years, right? And and the first ones are no minimum borrowing amount of $2,000 again can use to purchase a new car. Okay, so so it's about a new car or up to 2 years old. So we're buying a new car, so this one's suitable. All right, so you might just write something to justify this. All right, okay. So if you want to write something, you might add something like a justification or justification. The loan rate is reasonable, and the loan interest rate, sorry. The loan interest rate is reasonable, reasonable, and it is for new car. Okay. Also, you might say something. Okay. In addition, you could say the long term is flexible, 1 to 7 years. Okay. So that means if you later on you find that 3 years would be too short, you might do like a 4 or 5 years loan, so the monthly payment will be much lower, right? Okay, so that's the thing I add. So I might use this one, right? Okay, so here I might just change it reasonably low. Okay. Okay, good. And total cost of the car. Okay, so you need to find the deposit and total amount. Actually, we've done that calculation as well, if you still remember. Yeah, so that's the last item we calculate, right? Yeah, so that's it. So you see that now, okay, you find your car, you know the cost of your vehicle, and you got the right side for that vehicle, and also you have calculated the average inflation rate for the last 5 years, and using that inflation rate, you've calculate the price of the car after 5 years, right? And also you've found a loan, okay, and for the loan you need to pay 30% of as a deposit for the inflated value, okay, which you have calculated, and also from that deposit, taking away that deposit from the total price, then you got the amount you need to be borrowed, okay, and then you find the loan details, the interest rate, okay, and also the number of months you need to pay off the loan, and also the total repayment and the monthly repayment. All these things, all this information are very relevant, okay? And you might have a little bit justification about the reason for you to choose that loan, okay? And then you find the total cost of car over the loan period, okay? So that's it. That's what you want to do. Okay, so if you got your worksheets ready, all you need to do is to transfer all those information into the booklets. But of course, you need to type down, need to retype them, and need to word process all the information you put in. All right, handwriting is not that good for for formal report. All right. So last video will be on the evaluation. Okay, and that won't be too much. All right. And so, okay, so this is the end of our 8th video. Okay, so see you next one.